Aaron or Agent Shadow here, whatever you want to call me. Today I'm gonna be showing you my Predator's Tacticians build, you can call it. Um, so start with the weapons. So for the main weapon, I got the M4, light M4. I would prefer to use this than any other M4 or like the LVOA or anything because feel like it has less recoil, or like the least amount of recoil out of all of them. So I got 21% enemy armor damage, 21.1k base damage, deadly, adept, and responsive. Instead of responsive, if you can go for competent, but I mean like responsive is still good. You get 10% damage from both talents. It's just responsive is only within 10 meters, and you're not always gonna be within 10 meters of the target. So that's why I'd rather go for competent, but going to the attachments, got the operative beta camo, not that important. I got crit damage, crit chance of stability on here. I mean, I'm trying to get headshot damage, but I've farmed like crazy and still couldn't get a good scope. But yeah, you want to try to get crit damage, crit damage, crit chance, and headshot damage, but I mean, you don't need headshot damage if you only go for body shots, obviously. But I mean, it's fine because I try to go for headshots. I don't have that good of aim though. I got crit damage, headshot damage, and crit chance on my loud vent break, and you can go for the SR7 suppressor or the loud vent break, which I have the loud vent break because I just like the sound of it. I mean, both have crit damage on them, so they'll do the same amount of damage, just they sound different. One's louder, like one's like suppressed. Moving on to the grip, we got the small grip, red, crit damage, reload speed and stability. Like I said, you don't really need stability. You could get rid of that stability if you wanted to. Try to get like maybe accuracy or something like that. Or actually, maybe not accuracy, but that's not
Incoming supply drops detected.
that's not gonna do
Calibrating
much. Like
landing
only like
zones.
2.5%. So you can keep stability if you want, but I would rather change it to like maybe the optimal range and reload speed. I can put that on right now. I shall do that. Okay, so whoops. Magazine size. Or the magazine is 150%, 0.5 magazine size, 3% crit chance, 4.9% rate of fire. And if you're having a hard time controlling the recoil of your M4 or whatever gun you're using, just like try to get a magazine like without rate of fire, because rate of fire is gonna like not having rate of fire is gonna like some of the rate of fire is gonna reduce the recoil. Magazine size, crit chance, and crit damage. You put that on instead of rate of fire, so you'd have less recoil, like I just said. But I think that's pretty much it. Pecan, there's isn't. I mean, this weapon's pretty good. See, I get skilled and determined on it. 14% damage to targets out of cover, 18.2% or 18.2k damage, base damage, skill determined, and the pecan talent. Headshot kills with this weapon increase signature skill resources by 5%. Killing target reduces all skill cooldowns by 7.5%, and then determined also works with the signature ability too. Can't put a camo on this since it's like an exotic weapon or whatever. I don't know. I got headshot damage scopes on here so I can kill people faster since I don't really got damage talents on this one, on the pecan. And then, so I got headshot damage, crit damage, and accuracy. I'd rather go for crit chance, but I don't think I have a scope that has, nope, I don't have this crit chance, but it's fine for right now. I got 17.5% headshot damage, 2.5% crit chance, and 4% crit damage on my Mega Rifle Suppressor. I mean, if you want, you can go with like 5.52 hollow sight. If you want crit damage on your scopes instead of headshot damage, side like this, so you can do more damage. And magazine size, crit damage, and rate of fire. Like you don't really need a magazine like this since the recoil is pretty easy to control. And what I do is if I'm going solo rogue, I like if I use my recovery link or whatever I'm using, like then after like if I die, I'll go kill like 6 NPCs, get headshot kills, and then I'll have it back and then just go rogue again. And then yeah, it's pretty easy to get back. So that's why I chose this for my secondary weapon. I mean, if you're just like, you don't have to have this on at all times. You can have like a bullfrog or something like that on, like a sniper, and then switch it back on after you die and kill some NPCs and switch it back off for the other weapon that you're using. But I don't really use any other weapon besides my lightweight M4, so that's why I have it on. But I mean, you know, I got 261,000 DPS or firepower for my pecan. 312,204 firepower for my M4. It might not seem like that much damage or that firepower, that much firepower, but it actually does a lot of damage. I was testing this build out because I created it last night. I was testing it out, and the DZ doing really good. So let's move on to the chest piece. Strikers. I'm running strikers. Since the ninja bike backpack. Slots in with any equipped gear set item to fulfill a requirement towards unlocking gear sets bonus. Can unlock bonuses from multiple sets simultaneously. Cannot unlock classified gear set bonuses. So as you see, it like takes up like the bag. So it's like pretty much like having a piece of strikers on. But you don't need this strikers on for this ability. I just if your aim's kind of bad, you could go like with I don't know, like final measure, get the exotic damage resilience since people like to spam grenades. Or I can go with like the 4-piece predators if you want. Which the reason I'm not running this is because I don't have a skill haste on it, and yeah, like I mean you could run reckless too, but I see using my toughness goes on a lot from it, so that's why I don't run it. But you know, I'm gonna do 8% more damage while taking 10% more damage, so that's why I don't really run it. But I got 2 electronics mods, one with skill haste, one with skill power. If I could swap out the electronics mod with skill power for skill haste, I would.
The remaining supply drops will expire.
Because I would make my skill cooldowns come back even faster. But you never know how to shoot high. See, like these are pretty high electronics, but in this backpack I have 1453 firearms with the mod on. Without it, 1189. This isn't that good of backpack. I just couldn't find any other one, and someone gave this to me after I got done doing an incursion. It's 1190 armor, 12,801 skill power, 70%
Update. Supply drops have expired.
I'd rather go for burn or bleed since people are running predators marked with the ninja bike backpack now. But like, I mean, I don't know. Disrupt resistance is kind of good too. I mean, I don't really know, but yeah, I'd rather prefer like burn or bleed or shock. Oh, actually, I'm thinking of shock in the backpack. I'm not sure, but yeah, it's burn or bleed. On the gloves, I got 1204 firearms. Like these aren't the best either because I haven't really. I just kind of put this build together, see how it worked. If you don't want as much skill haste, you can go for like. Yes, you're gonna do just like mostly damage. You can go like SR for damage, crit chance with high firearms. But I got 12 for firearms, sorry full damage, crit damage, skill haste, so I can buy a skill cooldowns faster. But I'll show you how, like, what the cooldowns are in just a minute. The tacticians holster, I need to reroll the firearms on because since it's pretty low. It has 1223 firearms, 1271 stamina, which I think is the max stamina almost. 1251 electronics, 6% skill haste, with a first aid self heal mod. And you're gonna want to have first aid self heal mods for all of your like gear, or yeah, for like on all of your gear, so you can like this heal for much as you can. And I'll show you how much my first aid heals me in a minute after I get done with showing you all my gear and everything like that. But I got these are pretty good knee pads, bleed and shock. If this is straight PvP build, well, okay. First, this armor 1634 armor, 1464 electronics with the mod on. With the mod off, 1217. It's not the best. I could definitely get some better ones. The health is not good either. It's pretty low. The health 15,717. I got bleed, resist, damage to elites, and shock resist. But if you're just going for, if you just want this build to be only PvP only, or like PvP only, I'll get rid of the damage to elites and go for like burn. But you know, I'm gonna be using this in both PvE and PvP. So that's why I chose. Well, that's why this stuck with damage to elites. I mean, I can't really change it anyways, but still. Um, Yeah, so I got skill power on my mod, first aid self heal on my mod for my mod, and then I got a firearms mod for skill haste with skill haste on my mask, which is really good again because I get faster skill cooldowns. Then I got 1221 electronics, 9,000 skill power, 14% increased kill speed. So increased kill speed, that's pretty low, so I'd rather go with burn resistance. That's pretty obvious. Um, But I'm not sure you can get bleed resist on your mask. I'm not sure, but the skill power is pretty low. I could definitely reroll that. I'm probably just gonna reroll this later. So increase kill XP, reroll that for like burn or whatever, or if you like increase kill XP, which I don't really like. I either reroll the electronics or just skill power for higher. Uh, but the rerolling the electronics would probably be a better option since 50 electronics over only like 1,000 skill power would be a lot more. So 998 armor, and then the three. Okay, so you 10% reload speed, 8% sorry for damage, and 8% SMG damage. I have the golden rhino as well. It's not that important. I don't really use that much. I got brutal and then the gold rhino talent on it. But then my talents, I mostly, when I'm running solo, I'll use this. If I'm running in a group, I'll use tackling or security, or pretty much just whatever. Actually, whatever like my teammates like aren't running. Like if my teammates are all running recovery, I'll put on security or whatever. You know. Um. Okay. Whoops. My first day, I like to use overdose. You see, it heals for 230,000, which is like half a bar to like full overheal, which is pretty crazy. I mean, you can run booster shot, but that only heals me from like half a bar to like 2.5 bars, which is not gonna be enough healing, especially when you're going solo rogue. So that's why I don't use it. And if you have good aim, you're not gonna need to have booster shot. You'll just be hitting shots and everything. And then pulse. You can run recon pulse or concealed. The Recon pack has 15.9 second cooldowns, and the Scrambler has 21.20 seconds. So I would prefer to use this when you're solo, so that you can't get like pulse and take like BJ will take a lot more damage. But this has 23.3 seconds. If you run booster shot, it would be 21.2 2 seconds. Um, and then my talents are well, combat medic if you're running in a group, and then also maybe get rid of strike back for like triage, so that you put your skill or heal on ground. You get 15 whenever if everybody in your group runs into it. If you run in a 4-man group, you get what 45%. Reduce your skill cooldowns by 45%. Um, so yeah, that's why it's so good. So I got critical save. Use the mecha during low health to increase damage resistance by 20% for 10 seconds. And if you're gonna um and make sure, yeah, you need to always use your mecha at like a bar of health or whatever. It's like a little bit under a bar, and then you get 20% less damage. Take 20 for 10 seconds. Cavalry medic, use the mecha in your allies to heal them for 40% of your mecha. I think it is. I think that's how it works. Um, so reach low health to reduce active skill cooldowns by 20%. So that's really good, especially when you're going solo. So you'll be like running around and stuff, and you're about dead. You don't have no med kits or anything. They get you, and then boom, your first aid, like kick, like your first aid, like this goes off cooldown because of the strike back. But if you're running solo, I'd go for like you could run immunizer instead of pulse, since you're gonna need like a little bit more heals. But if you're are running pulse, I'd go on the move, 15% less damage, and then plus the critical save, that would be 20%. So that'd be 35% less damage. And then tack advance, uh, tack advance, this is good too. You go cover to cover, like, and then like go like cover to cover, and then this, turn around and melt somebody like really fast. So that's why I run it, but go to my character sheet. Uh, so that's pretty much it. If you just wanna like look at all of it, try to get what I have or whatever. So right now I have 312,000 firepower, 269,000 toughness, 215,000 skill power, and I would do I have a I don't. Okay. Mm, you could like get rid of some skill power for firearms if you want to do a little more damage, but I keep it where it is right now. So um so yeah, that's been my Predator Tacticians hybrid build, I guess if you want to call it. So um let me know what other kind of builds you want me to show you guys. If you guys wanna well, just leave them in the comments below what you guys want to see. So yeah, see you guys in the next video. Peace.
Hey, get your